Hey everybody, my name is Eric and this is FTL. Welcome back if you're joining us from a Wizard's Lizard, or hello for the first time. This game I've sunk a lot of hours into and I love it very much, and I wanted to bring it to the internet. I'm sure a lot of people have before, but I wanted to give you my take on this game. FTL, Faster Than Light. This is the advanced version or advanced edition, so we're going to be seeing some other stuff that wasn't available in the first release of the game. Right now, we're going to go ahead and pick our ship. As you can see, we've got quite a number of ships that we can choose from. But since this is the first video I'm putting out on this, we're going to go ahead and just take the default ship here, but we are going to rename it. Let's see here. What are we going to name our ship? I'm just going to name it the Kite for now. We are going to go ahead and start off on easy. I don't feel like losing in round 3. And we'll go ahead and get this started. If you haven't played FTL before, it's another one of those games that falls in like the roguelike vein where you start fresh over every time you play. But the story, we're going to get some background right here. I am going to read these dialogue boxes. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing Rebel fleet can catch up. Okay, we don't need to read the tips. Basically, we are the Federation, and we're running from the Rebels. We have important information that we need to get to our, the fleet, command center. So this is our ship here. We've got our 3 human pilots right now, or human, gosh, what would you call them? Starship captain? Well, we've got our pilot over here, we've got our engineer over here, and we've got our weapons master here. Instead of weapons, though, I am going to put this guy on shields. As you can see here, when the room is occupied, they get a bonus to that. So, like, our shields will recharge faster, the pilot has a bonus to dodge, and the engines give us more dodge capability. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do a jump to our first beacon. As you can see, there are many beacons throughout the map, and there's the exit there to the next sector. I don't remember how many sectors there are in the game, but there are a lot. So I think we're going to do like sort of a semicircle to go around. You want to try to hit as many beacons as you can, but you'll see after a few jumps that the rebels are close behind us. You're hailed by a rebel ship. When the rebellion is complete, you'll see the safer world we provide. Well, you won't, but you get the point. They arm their weapons. So we're going to go ahead and hit spacebar here. That's going to pause time for a minute. We're going to get our 2 weapon systems online, also enable auto-firing. Right now our 2 weapons are a burst laser and Artemis missile. The burst laser has 3 shots per charge. I don't know what the charge time is, but it's pretty dang high. We are going to go ahead and use that to knock out their shields and maybe throw a missile onto their weapons system. The object of the game, of course, is to disable the other person's ship. So you can see here that's their whole strength, their shields, and these are the different rooms they have aboard their ship. Right now they're assaulting us with this little drone here, the combat drone. It's taking our shields down 1 level each time. Well, we just destroyed them. You are considerably more well armed than I would have thought. We surrender. So we can accept their offer of surrender, which this is 3 fuel, 1 drone part, and then 13 scrap. The scrap allows us to buy new weapons and upgrade our ship. I'm going to go ahead and say we're not going to accept their surrender. We are going to not fire any more missiles, though, because missiles are consumables. We only have 6 more left, so we're going to save those. We're going to fire the rest of our lasers and knock them out. But like I was saying before, our shield recharged at such a rate that they couldn't really damage us. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap metal. So instead of getting their offer that we had before, we've got 2 missiles instead of fuel. We still get 1 drone part and 19 scrap. So I think we did alright because missiles are very useful. Alright, so we have a special beacon here. This is a distress beacon. So this is going to usually reward us a lot more than a regular beacon would sometimes. So you find a number of ships fleeing a small space station. You hail them, ask them what's wrong. Help, we're being overrun by some sort of giant alien spider. So we have a choice here. We can send the crew in to help. Giant alien spiders are no joke, or just leave them alone. I'm gonna send the crew in to help. Your crew slowly creeps onto a cluster of the creatures from behind. Without warning, the giant arachnids turn in charge, however your team stays in control. Before long, you've beaten them back. Alright, contact the station owners. They are thrilled with your success and offer you a reward. Wow, we get 3 fuel, 1 drone part, 31 scrap, which is awesome, and then 1 anti-combat drone. Take a look at this. Is stuns combat drones attacking your ship. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have a drone control center, so we can't use any of the drones that we pick up just yet. We are going to go ahead and jump to our next distress beacon. Oh, great, another one. This is going against what I originally had planned, but that's okay. Your cockpit lights up with warning signals. You are being targeted by a nearby ship. The distress call was a lure to attract unwitting ships into weapons range. You prepare for a fight. So that was bad. But this ship shouldn't cause us much of a problem. We're going to go ahead and just target our burst laser onto their weapons. We're not going to worry about using our missile just yet. The burst laser by itself shoots 3 shots. 1 to take down the shields and then 2 to damage the actual weapons room. So I think we'll be alright. They, crap. They got in a laser shot, which then took our weapons room offline. So we're going to send in our two guys there to go ahead and fight this fire and try to get this weapons room back online. We're going to go ahead and drop a missile onto their weapons system. Missiles penetrate shields, so you don't have to worry about if there's a shield up. That sucked. I didn't want to use any missiles just yet, but oh well. Alright, we got our burst laser back online. We're going to go ahead and target their weapon system. Move our guys back to where they need to be. And, okay, the enemy ship appears to be powering up. It's FTL. It's trying to escape. I don't think it's going to be able to. Yeah, they're delayed big time right now. We'll go ahead and target their piloting center, though, just to delay their FTL. I mean, 1 more hit's going to kill them, so it doesn't matter what we hit. But there, serves you right for trying to lure, you know, people who just want to help, man. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. We got 3 fuel, 1 drone part, and 18 scrap. I should mention that it takes 1 fuel to make a jump, so we can jump 19 more times. So fuel is very important, though, to pick up. We do have 6 missiles, 5 drone parts, almost 100 scrap. Go ahead and use some of that scrap to upgrade our ship here. In the upgrade tab here, we have shields. For every 2 bars that we increase the shield, we get 1 more level of shield. So that's good to have. The engines, they power the FTL so it charges faster. It also improves our dodge chance. Medbay just increases healing. Oxygen increases the rate of oxygen that fills the ship. And weapons allow us to have more weapons power. Not to increase the power of our current weapons, but to add more weapons on. Let's see. So the first thing I always strive for is 2nd level of shields. So this is our reactor power, though. So we need to get 2 bars of shields and then 2 reactor power to power it. Which I don't think we're going to be able to do. Oh, we did. Good. So then what right here, as you see, we have those 2 bars, the 2 empty bars, and then 2 bars of reactor power. And now we have 2 layers of shields, so that would help us out in these early stages. Most of the time now, enemies aren't going to be able to damage us because of the 2 shields. The ship is, or your ship is hailed. This is an automated message. Resisting our takeover is pointless. Prepare to die. It appears the rebel ship is run by AI. So again, the ship starts to power up its FTL drive. If it gets away, it will no doubt warn the fleet of your position. This is a perfect opportunity to use our missiles, because we want to, we want to damage the piloting center so that way they can't escape. What they fired on us was a hacking device, and right now our pilot is being hacked, our cockpit's being hacked, so we have less of a chance to dodge. But that's okay. They're gonna go down fast. Ship breaks apart, you feel relief, knowledge that you will hopefully be one step ahead of the fleet. 2 missiles, 1 drone part, and 12 scrap. So basically what we use, because we use 2 missiles. We have 2 gentlemen here that are pretty low on health. We're going to send them to the med bay in between the jump right now, so that they refill, their health is restored. Now in the advanced version there's a lot of little changes, and this is one of the best things ever. Is now our station crews, like wherever they're stationed, is saved. So if I move this guy over to weapons and then have to move him back to engines, he just moves directly back to engines without me having to click on him. That's a new feature. I'm still kind of getting used to it. You saw I was manually dragging everyone along. And this is the rebel fleet over here. These are going to be taken next jump, and this is, I mean, those are already taken. Those are danger. So I mean, we could jump back to this one, do whatever's there, then jump. But I think we'll jump here, and then maybe do like a little triangle at the end, because we do want to visit as many points as we can. So you find a rebel command ship that has been reassigned as an emergency vessel. The local civilians are apparently in need of help, and the rebels are rising to the occasion. Well, see, now this is interesting. This is kind of a moral thing. The rebel combat ship has been reassigned as emergency supply vessel. The local civilians, not involved in the war, are apparently needing help, and the rebels are rising to the occasion. So the rebels are giving aid to the civilians. But we need supplies, right? I mean, let's attack the rebels. It's gonna... I'm sorry, civilians. I know you're in need. But my need is greater than your need. Sometimes. This is one of those times. We're going to go ahead and knock their shields offline. We're taking our missiles. We're taking our missiles off targeting so we don't use them again. But our burst laser is going to continue to fire on their weapons. In case you didn't know, you control this game with the mouse and keyboard. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4 on your number pad or on your keyboard, and then you would just click on what you need to target. So, with the rebel ship destroyed, you take the time to collect what little scrap remains. They had already made their delivery to the civilians, so they already helped out the civilians. I'm gonna leave the civilians alone. You leave the civilians with the supplies, though without the rebel, their supplies unlikely they'll live long. Well, that makes me feel bad. I mean, not too bad, I suppose. Kind of proud on themselves, right? I mean, how are you going to live on a world where you're not well supplied? Anyway, you've arrived at the long range beacon. With the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. There's a black market here for you receive a message. These are dangerous times. If you have the extra military grade explosives, we'll gladly pay you for them. So they're going to I can sell them 5 of our 7 missiles for 15 scrap, but I'm just going to ignore the station for now. Like I said, I think we have enough time to where we can jump maybe to a few of these endpoints before the rebels catch up with us. Again, we are wasting fuel though. You are immediately contacted by the settlement. Hello, travelers. Your ship seems to be outfitted for combat. Care to take a bit of mercenary work? Listen to the offer. Some of our friends have taken to piracy in the recent chaos of war. We'd like you to convince them that their poor decision by severely damaging their ship. We'll pay you well as long as you don't kill them. Okay, we'll accept them. Just be sure not to blow them up, they say nervously as they direct you to a nearby moon. You find the pirate ship docked there. They immediately respond to your appearance with your money or your life. They must be new to this. So our objective is to damage the ship, not kill them. So I'm going to go ahead and sit our missiles out for this one again. It's not a mission where we need to really be wasting them. Our 1 burst laser should do just fine. We go ahead and knock their weapons offline. We're going to target their shields next. This will take them down to 2 health. Okay, well, they hail your ship saying, "You win, we're not cut out for this life." I can forget my promise, they die, or let them live and return to the settlement. Yeah, I'll let them live. With the pirates dissuaded from their career path, you return to the settlement. Thank you. They returned to us before you did. I don't think we'll need this anymore. So we got a new weapon here, an ion stunner. And we got 19 scrap. The ion stunner. Ion weapons can disable systems without causing hull damage. The ion weapon stunner, or the ion weapon stuns crew inside the room for 5 seconds. Okay, so it's good. Charge time is only 10 seconds. So what we can do, instead of using that one to power the missile, now we can power the ion stunner and use that to take down an enemy shield and then attack them. I think we'll have enough to do those three, and then jump back to the beacon. We'll see. You arrive at the next beacon only immediately hailed by a small shuttle. Help us, we're being attacked by pirates. So of course we're going to aid the civilian ship. You power up your weapons and engage the pirate ship. So now you'll see what I mean with this. We're target anything with this one. It's going to take down their first level of shields right away. Oh, we got a teleport. Okay. This right there is their teleporter. They teleported one guy onto our ship. So we're going to go ahead and take this guy and have him fight. Pew, 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 pew. So they're going to fight it out. We're still going to be able to, hopefully, bam, just like that. So now their shields are offline. Even though they weren't damaged, they're offline. And their weapons are severely damaged now. Go ahead and just mark them both onto shields again. I'm going to get our pilot over there because I don't want... Yeah, there we go. This guy's almost dead, so I'm going to send him to the med bay, and then you go back to the piloting center. Cockpit, that's what it's called, not piloting center. You know the lingo. I don't have to tell you, you know it. That guy's back to full health. We're going to go ahead and put him back on shields. Our pilot suffered a little bit of damage, so I'm going to send him to the med bay real quick. He's patched up. And that ship is destroyed, but not before getting a hit on our shields. Poop. Anyway, the pirate ship breaks apart. You hasten to contact the civilian ship. The ship you saved was badly damaged in the battle. Most of the crew accepts your offer to be dropped off a nearby station. One offers to join your crew. Alright, welcome aboard, Maloney. The survivor gets on board. His name is Maloney. If you didn't notice, he is not human. He is the Mantis race. So they're really excellent fighters. I'm going to put him on weapons, so that way our weapons charge a little bit faster. And do I risk it? Do I risk jumping to one more? We'll be able to get one more anyway if we jump to this one. Alright, you detect a rebel scout on an attack approach to a small refueling outpost. Their weapons are charged, but they're not firing yet. Intervene and defend the outpost. The rebel responds to your threats. I don't know who you are, but no one defies the rebel fleet. They move to engage. Alright. Again, we're going to do just the ion weapon onto their shields to get them offline, and the burst laser should clean up their weapons pretty nice. Hopefully before they fire too bad. We suffered a little bit of damage from their missile. I hate missiles so much. We have enough scrap to where we can maybe do something good, like level up our engines so we can easily evade. Or we can evade more. Jeez, I just can't speak today, can I? Alright, with that shot, we went ahead and broke apart that ship. And we salvaged 1 fuel, 1 drone part, and 19 scrap. The outpost hails you. The pompous bastards accepted free service just because they defeated the Federation. Take this for the help. 3 more fuel and 17 more scrap. At 115, yeah, we'll go ahead and maybe up our engines by 3. that will give us a 25% chance to dodge instead of our 10% chance right now. We only have one power bar though. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one power from the med bay and power up our engines a little bit more. So now we have a 25% chance to dodge instead of the only 10% we had before. It's not quite where I wanted to be. You know, we still got 2 more reactor bars that we need to buy. But we'll be alright. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just exit now, because this jump would put this beacon into jeopardy. Let's see. Do 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 do. That's jeopardy. Okay, we have this. These are the sectors here, so we can count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 sectors in all in a game, and you can see they kind of branch out into different paths. We have a civilian sector, hostile sector, nebulas, which are awful. I hate nebulas. So forth and so on. This is pirate controlled, and then this is an abandoned sector. So the path we're gonna take, I think we're gonna go down. There's a chance we can just get civilian sectors all the way across instead of having to go through possibly, you know, more hostiles than we need to go. But an abandoned sector means there might not be so many ships to destroy and more scrap to take. So there have been a number of reports of advanced ships salvaging the wrecks and abandoned mining facilities in the sector. Could it be that the Lannis have resurfaced? The Lannis being another race of spacefaring creatures. We do have a store. We do have that drone, right? Yeah, we can sell the drone at a store for some more scrap. But let's go ahead and jump here first, and we'll try to zigzag to get as much as we can. Oh, poop. Okay, so there appears to be some sort of research station near a pulsar. Although it's hard to tell since a portion has been melted, the Lannis ship that has been working at it seems to move to intercept you. It's totally oblivious to the threat of EM pulses. So this is like an environmental hazard. There's a pulsar that we're fighting next to, and every time it pulses, it will knock our systems, you know, random systems offline for both us and the enemy. We're going to go ahead and just start standard though, and you know, we'll correct what we need to when the time comes. Look in the background there and see the pulsar. So cool. Alright, we were able to damage them. Your comm systems see a video feed of the enemy ship crew waving a small makeshift white flag. It appears they have taken research about your culture's customs quite literally. Do we accept their surrender or do we not? Yeah, we'll accept their surrender. I don't, you know. And that's the pulse right there that just happened. You can see it took our med bay and our shields offline, which would suck if we were actually still in danger. But it's just an ion pulse. It doesn't do actual damage. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Like I said, we're gonna zigzag through here. Let's see what we can get. Alright, another unmanned ship patrols this area. You prepare your ship for combat. So again, should be pretty, you know, you follow the procedure now. Ion center, shield, burst laser, weapons. Pretty much takes care of anything quite handily. We are getting our missiles. Oh good, it missed. Missiles are the only threat we have right now against our hull integrity up here, which we can repair at certain locations. So I'm not too worried if it gets a little bit down. Man, I missed twice. We'll go ahead and put our weapons on their shields, and hopefully we'll knock them offline entirely. Yeah, there we go. Alright. This drone here, they have the combat drone's annoying, but again, anytime it, well, it doesn't hit anymore, but anytime it does hit, it only takes 1 level of shields down. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. We got 1 missile, 1 drone part, and 35 scrap. We're going to go ahead and buy those 2 missing bars of engine power, And now you see now we're at a 39% chance to dodge. We're at a 39% chance to dodge because this guy leveled up. You can see here in his engines, we get evasion +7 when he's manning the shields. So yay, we're that's a pretty high chance to dodge, man. 40%. I think we should be okay now if we get attacked by missiles, but we'll see. This guy doesn't have missiles, it looks like. I don't think, anyway. Anyway, the pirate ship patrolling the area has been busy. The debris of several rebel scouts. At least one civilian ship littered the area. Welcome, welcome. There's room for one more. The overconfident pirate hails you as he tries his weapons, moves into attack. Well, he certainly is overconfident. There's room for one more. Ever hear the story about the elevator? This guy was running late for work or whatever. He goes to the elevator. It's packed. But the elevator operator looks at him and he says, you know, we have room for one more. And the guy's like, no, I think I'll take the next one. It's okay. And then, you know, the elevator door closes. And bam, the elevator's cords get cut. And everyone crashes to their death. So, that's what I thought of. I forget, was that in one of those scary stories that tell in the dark books? I'm not sure. Anyway, we're missing hard here. I blame our weapons expert. You clearly have bested us. We merely request our lives. Do I give them their lives? Well, I'm not going to accept surrender to these guys. He was a cocky, overconfident pirate, and he's getting exactly what he deserves, which is going to be the cold embrace of the void of space. Yeah, how about that? Weapon system is offline. You know, they're charging that one weapon, but again, it's not going to matter too much because they're dead. Alright, the ship explodes even behind a scavenge collection of useful scrap material. 2 fuel, 2 missiles, 25 scrap. I think we made a good choice there, not accepting their surrender. I would like to find a shop, though, at some point. You notice a number of Lannister ships of absorbing forward rebel base, and its automated scouts don't seem to be aggressive. Perhaps their desire for metal could be more useful. Try to use them to delay the rebels, sure. You try your best to convey the notion that the approaching rebel fleet has countless automated ships scouting for them. You're not certain if you were misunderstood, but they appear to scoff at your suggestion. Most ships continue what they were doing, but a single ship moves to fight me. Great. Yeah, we'll do our regular ion stunner on the shields, and our burst laser on weapons. They got 2 heavy lasers, but again, I mean, it takes down both of our shields, but they're back up without any delay. Their shield goes down. We fire our lasers. An image of a silent Lannis captain appears on your monitor. Images of their well-filled cargo holds now follow. You come to the conclusion they are trying to barter for a ceasefire. You know what? No. You guys fired on us first, alright? We were trying to talk to you guys, and then you decide no, you don't want to talk, instead you want to fight. Well, who's the big dog now, huh? Who's at the mercy of my ship? You are. And now you're dead because of it. Ship explodes, heaving behind a collection of useful scrap material. 2 fuel, 1 drone part, 24 scrap. Yeah, I want to save our scrap now for the next shop. Hopefully there'll be something good that we can buy. A rebel ship hails. We did not fight a war till a single Federation ship shatter our dreams of a better galaxy. He locks his weapons. Well, unfortunately for you, this is going to be the end. So they have a defense drone. What the defense drone does is it will shoot down incoming missiles. Well, we're not firing any missiles. Oh no, that's an anti-combat drone. Okay, never mind. There's a boarding drone that you can use that will fire into another enemy ship and then walk around destroying like people inside. I think that's what that ship prevents. Anyway, the enemy ship appears to be powering its FTL. It's trying to escape. The FTL is charging. We've got our ion stunner ready. I think we're just gonna go ahead and try to stun the... Nope, that didn't work. Knock their shields offline, but I think their shields are gonna be back up by the time our lasers fire. Oh, it wasn't, and it was perfect. All 3 shots landed, and bam, the ship exploded even behind its hands with a collection of useful scrap material. 1 missile, 1 drone part, 28 scrap. That's a lot of scraps. That's a lot of scrap. So, an image of weak and hungry humans comes to your screen. Those metal bastards think they just absorb half of our engines and leave us here to die. I hope you understand that we need to take your ship by force. Oh, come on, why can't we work something out? Alright, well, this is a rare... I'm not gonna say rare, it's a rare occasion where we don't fight another ship. These guys just teleported onto our bridge. Oh, we're fighting in the med bay, so but since it was depowered, it wasn't healing us. But I went ahead and repowered it, and now as you can see, like, our health isn't going down at all while we're fighting. So it's always great to fight in the med bay because you're not gonna lose in the med bay unless it's depowered. We're gonna go ahead and get the rest of our people back to full health. And there we go. And then we're going to hit this button and everyone's going to go back to their positions except for the Mantis because he wasn't assigned. He's going to be assigned now though. There we go. No store. I'm kind of upset about that. We can jump here, here, and then possibly here, here, and then to the exit. I'm just going to jump here and then maybe do a little zigzag at the end. You question a local settlement, and they describe a fleet of metal ships wordlessly collecting all the abandoned metal and debris in the areas. That's what Lannis do. They absorb metal as their thing. So when they approached important satellites, the settlements fired a few ASB warning shots. I don't know. I guess my missiles or something. Anyway, the Lannis moved on despite clearly having firepower to overwhelm the settlement. All right. So that was a waste of a jump. That gave us nothing. I mean, it gave us some flavor text and some story. Atlantis merchant appears to have significantly improved translator. Does you understand their message? Metal content more than sufficient. Does your ship care to exchange resources? So I can give them 7 missiles for 25 scrap, but I'll ask instead about their translation device. Yes, it is quality. Our ship contains excess. Care to purchase? Yeah, I'll purchase their translator. Your ship docks, and you are more than a little surprised when the Lannis you spoke with boards your ship. It appears the device you purchased is one of their beings that have learned your language. Okay, so this is cool. We've got a new shipmate. It's a Lannis party member. Lannis, unfortunately, they are anti-arboreal. What's arboreal? They suck the oxygen out of any room they're in. So yeah, you want to kind of put them in a room where they're not going to get in the way. I'm going to have them on sensors just because we need somebody on sensors. It's either going to be sensors or doors. I think sensors will be fine for now. But anyway, new shipmate. I'm happy about that. We're going to jump here, here, and then to the exit. I like to plan our jumps, you know, accordingly. Alright, Atlantis ship slowly salvages what remains of a small vessel. Stations hard to save its man are attacked by the Atlantis. Okay, well, since we have a Atlantis crew member, now we can actually interact with some of these Atlantis ships. We'll go ahead and send our Atlantis, ask our Atlantis if he can ask for some materials. They scoff at your crew member's request. They utter something that will translate as "Get your own, you lazy soldier." Alright, we're gonna attack them. You move in, power up your weapons, detecting the threat. They stop what they're doing and prepare for a fight. So because we have this guy on sensors, now we can actually see their crew members inside their ship. So if we had a weapon that targeted crew members instead of like just the ship itself, we'd be able to use them more accurately. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to stun and attack, just like we normally do. You know how we do when we do what we do. There goes our ion stunner. And there's a fire now in their weapons room. Unfortunately, because it's no oxygen, as you can tell by the lines there, the fire goes right out, unfortunately. So receive, followed by a crew transmission device verting. Stop, stop, stop. 2, 2, and 18. We're not going to accept their surrender. We are, however, going to find out if that was a good choice, because we had 2, 2, and 18 that we could have gotten if we accepted their surrender. Since we did not accept their surrender, we got 1, 1, 31. Okay. We got more scrap. We didn't get any fuel. 1 missile, 1 drone part. I'm happy about that. Our Atlantis crew member might feel a little differently. We're going to go ahead and save our scrap. That's right. We're going to save it for the store. Yeah, we'll be able to jump there and jump to the next sector after that. Unidentified ship is badly damaged, still being assaulted by a pirate craft. The victim sends a distress signal until the pirate cuts in and offers to split the bounty if you just sit tight. So if we don't attack the pirate, we can get 3 fuel, 1 missile, 16 scrap. But I'm going to try to be the hero and attack the pirate. The pirate ship stops its pursuit and locks its weapon onto your ship. Go ahead and target shields, target weapons. We have intruder detected. Send our Manus out. As you can see, the Manus, you know, he does a lot more damage than a regular human. I'm not worried too much about it. They're trying to send someone to repair their weapons room. I don't think it's going to work out for them. Well, we can see now the ion stunner. Well, I don't think it's going to hit, is it? No, it just hit shields. That should be enough to, well, not kill them. Not yet, anyway. Next volley will kill him, though. And we'll send our Mantis back into the weapons room. And there we go. They died. The fire ship explodes. The Mantis collection. Use scrap material. You examine the ship you just saved. So we got 35 scrap for killing the pirates. You were too late. A hull breach deprived the crew of oxygen during your fight with the pirates. You salvage what you can. That was a lot of scrap we got. That was like 62 scrap or something. You arrive at the next long-distance beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. Scanners indicate intelligent life forms on your planet. No match for them can be found in the database. You send out a small shuttle, an enormous field whose only occupants were small, brightly colored, six-legged horse-like animals. Could they be what your scans picked up? So we can try to communicate with them, bring some of the creatures on board to sell, or just leave. We'll try to communicate. None of your attempts at communication seem to work. They just stare at you silently. As you prepare to leave, one of the creatures canters forward and forcefully nudges you away from the ship. He seems to want to follow him. Eventually, they guide you to an old NG crash ship site. Inside, you're able to find and reactivate an NG. Cool, so we got another race here, the NG. They're kind of like robotic type creatures, so that's why it says reactivate the NG. So that was great. NGs are amazing at repairs. They can repair a room in half the time it takes anybody else. We'll go ahead and put them on the doors, though. So now our doors, as you can tell, they went from ugly orange to nice gray. It's nice sleek gray. Alright. We're going to go ahead and see what our next sectors are, but I'm going to go ahead and cut the recording here. So we're probably going to go to the NG home world, because we have an NG on board, so if anything happens that we can communicate with them, the NG will be able to do that for us. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's go ahead and see what the next sector looks like anyway, huh? You arrive in NG space. The fall of the Federation has brought tough times for these robotic life forms, but they are usually willing to help. Alright, so here's what our next sector looks like. We have a distress beacon right away. Well, it's nice and open. Anyway, please join me for part 2, where we continue our journey throughout space, and hopefully, in the end, deliver our payload to the Federation fleet, and hopefully win this this war against the rebels. Alright, thank you very much. If you liked the video, please go ahead and hit that like button, and I'll see you next time.